They know how to correct order, but most of the preacher, when you correct them, they become angry. Man hates correction. Man hates correction. If for example, a mother, and then your daughter, your son, you do something you know is wrong, but when your daughter begin to correct you, you say how you feel. Why do you say that? You know that what your daughter is saying is right. Man, the nature of man, right from the falling of man, he hates correction. Man don't want to be corrected. You see, but God is our God that corrects everyone. That's why they give all the Bible. There is a rule for correction in the Bible. So when we come to preach the word, we reprove you, we rebuke you, we exhort you, and with long suffering and doctrine, teaching you about the proper way of living and fellowship and communion with God. That's why we come with the gospel. The gospel, there is a room for rebuke, or a room for correction. There's a room, anybody that the word of God cannot correct, I think that person, nothing on this world can correct that person. If the word of God couldn't correct you, what is that thing that will correct you again in the world? What is that thing that is higher above the word of God in the world? Nothing is above the word of God in the world. No matter how great you are in knowledge, wisdom, science, or whatsoever knowledge you have acquired, you cannot be compared with the word of God. The word of God supersedes every knowledge and every wisdom and everything you have known. It is the word of God that has right to correct the preacher himself. The preacher is served. The word of God corrects, the preacher is served. The word of God rebukes, the preacher is served. Any man of God, a woman of God that cannot be corrected through the word of God, that means they have never known him. They have never believed in him. They have never accepted. That's why we call to preach. We should go preach the words. That's what we do. Anytime we come, we open our Bible. We don't tell you story. We preach the word. And the word have you to reprove, rebuke, exhort, with patience, with long suffering, and doctrine. For the time will come, that is the time we are.